Zainab, a single mother who brings her child to work. Her coworkers react negatively to the child's presence and make insulting comments about her inability to find proper childcare, insinuating that Zainab is being unprofessional. Despite her attempts to explain her situation, her coworkers are unsympathetic, causing Zainab to feel embarrassed and ashamed. This scene highlights the challenges that Zainab will face as a working mother, setting the tone for the rest of the story and showing the discrimination that Zainab experiences in the workplace. Few days after the incident at work, and Zainab is struggling to find a solution to her childcare problem. She has been applying to different daycares, but the costs are too high for her to afford. Zainab's friend suggests she starts her own childcare business, given her experience taking care of her child. At first, Zainab dismisses the idea, thinking that she doesn't have enough money to start a business. However, after a few more job rejections and financial stress, Zainab decides to give it a try. This scene shows Zainab's resilience and determination in the face of adversity, setting up her journey to success as a business owner. Zainab has started her own childcare business. Although she has a few clients, she is struggling to make ends meet and is barely breaking even. However, Zainab is determined to make her business a success, and she puts in extra effort to provide the best care for the children in her care. One day, a client approaches Zainab and compliments her on the excellent care she provides for her child. The client mentions that she has recommended Zainab's business to her friends, and soon, Zainab's business begins to grow. Zainab's childcare business is now thriving. She has hired a few staff members to help her with the growing number of clients. One day, while attending a business conference, Zainab runs into one of her former coworkers who had insulted her when she brought her child to work. The coworker is impressed with Zainab's success and offers her a job at the company where she used to work. Zainab declines, stating that she is now her own boss and is happier than ever. This scene shows how Zainab's success has not only allowed her to provide for her family but has also allowed her to stand up to those who once put her down. Zainab is approached by a local reporter who is interested in doing a story about her successful childcare business. At first, Zainab is hesitant to agree to the interview, as she is a private person who prefers to keep a low profile. However, the reporter convinces her that her story can inspire other single mothers and young entrepreneurs who may be struggling to make ends meet. Zainab agrees to the interview and soon becomes a local celebrity. This scene highlights how Zainab's success is not only personal but also has the potential to inspire others. Zainab's business continues to flourish, and she decides to expand her services by offering after-school programs for older children. She hires a team of experienced educators to help her run the programs and manages to secure funding from a local nonprofit organization. The after-school programs are a hit, and parents from all over the city start enrolling their children. This scene highlights how Zainab's success has allowed her to give back to the community by creating more opportunities for children and families. It also shows how her business is evolving and growing beyond her original vision. Zainab's business experiences a setback when a former employee steals some confidential client information and starts her own competing childcare business. Zainab's initial reaction is one of anger and betrayal, but she soon realizes that her focus needs to be on protecting her clients and her business. She hires a lawyer to help her navigate the legal issues and enacts new security measures to prevent any further breaches. This scene highlights how success can attract competition and how Zainab's determination and resilience are key to overcoming challenges in her business. Zainab realizes that she needs to take her business to the next level in order to stay competitive. She begins to research and explore new and innovative ways to provide the best possible childcare services to her clients. She attends conferences and networking events to learn from other successful entrepreneurs in her field. With the help of a business coach, Zainab develops a strategic plan to expand her business and open up new locations. This scene shows how Zainab's passion for her work and her willingness to adapt and innovate are crucial to her continued success. Zainab's business starts to gain more recognition and she receives a lot of positive feedback from her clients. As a result, she starts to receive invitations to speak at conferences and share her experience and expertise with others. Zainab becomes a sought-after speaker in the childcare industry, and her reputation continues to grow. Zainab's success attracts the attention of a larger childcare corporation. They make her a buyout offer, but Zainab initially declines as she is hesitant to sell her business. However, after careful consideration, Zainab realizes that a partnership with the corporation could help her expand her business even further. Zainab accepts the buyout offer, but negotiates a deal where she retains a leadership role in the company and ensures that her original vision and values are maintained. Zainab was working tirelessly to build her business. She put in long hours and worked through the weekends, barely taking time off for herself. Despite her hard work, the business was struggling to take off, and Zainab found herself constantly stressed and worried. One day, while she was at a coffee shop, she met an elderly man who was struggling with his laptop. Zainab offered to help, and they struck up a conversation. It turned out that the man was a successful entrepreneur, and he saw potential in Zainab's business. He offered to mentor her and help her take her business to the next level, and Zainab was grateful for the unexpected opportunity. Zainab's childcare business continued to thrive, and she was able to expand her services by opening up a second location in a neighboring city. She hired additional staff to manage the growing demand for her services, and her business became a staple in the community. Despite her success, Zainab remained humble and remembered her humble beginnings. She often volunteered at local schools and community centers, offering her services to families in need. One day, while volunteering, she met a young mother who was struggling to find affordable childcare. Zainab offered to help and soon became a mentor to the struggling mother, providing her with guidance and support to help her start her own childcare business. Zainab's childcare business has grown beyond her wildest dreams, and she is now the proud owner of a successful chain of daycare centers. She has been approached by a big corporation that wants to buy her company for a substantial amount of money. Zainab is torn between selling her business and keeping it. On the one hand, she could use the money to secure her family's future, but on the other hand, her business is her passion, and she doesn't want to let go of it. She seeks advice from her son, who advises her to follow her heart and continue building her legacy. Zainab's childcare business was expanding at an exponential rate, and she needed more space to accommodate more children. She started scouting for a larger facility and found a perfect location, but the rent was astronomical. Zainab was hesitant, but her business partner convinced her to go for it. They applied for a loan, and despite having good credit, the bank rejected their application due to Zainab's job history. Zainab felt defeated and was about to give up when a stranger, who had heard about her business, offered to invest in it. This unexpected turn of events was a turning point for Zainab's business. Zainab's business is growing, and she hires a few more people to help with childcare services. As she's making more money, she starts to feel overwhelmed with the amount of work and the pressure to maintain her success. One day, she gets a call from her mother, who she hasn't spoken to in years. Her mother is ill and needs help. Zainab decides to visit her mother and offers to take care of her until she recovers. While taking care of her mother, she reflects on her past and realizes that her success wouldn't have been possible without her mother's sacrifices. She apologizes to her mother for her past behavior, and they reconcile. Zainab returns to work with a newfound appreciation for the importance of family and vows to treat her employees with more kindness and understanding. Zainab wakes up in the morning feeling anxious. Her business has been growing, but she's struggling to keep up with the demand. She knows she needs to hire more staff, but she's hesitant to take on the extra expense. She sits down at her desk and looks at the numbers, trying to figure out a way to make it work. Suddenly, she remembers a conversation she had with her former boss before she was fired. He had mentioned that he was looking to sell the company. Zainab wonders if this could be the opportunity she's been waiting for. Zainab's child grows up to be a kind-hearted young adult who believes in giving back to the community. One day, the young adult comes across an old, abandoned building in the neighborhood and decides to turn it into a community center for children. Zainab is amazed by her child's generosity and dedication towards making a positive impact on the community. She offers to help her child with the project, and together, they work hard to bring the community center to life. The project becomes a huge success, and the community center becomes a safe haven for children, providing them with a place to learn, play, and grow. Zainab feels proud of her child and grateful for the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the children in the community. Zainab had become very successful with her childcare business, and she felt she had achieved everything she ever wanted. She started to become arrogant and rude to those around her, forgetting her humble beginnings. Her child, now an adult, saw this change in her mother and felt disappointed. She tried to remind her of her past, but Zainab would not listen. As time went by, Zainab realized her mistake and started to regret her actions. She missed the people who helped her along the way, but she did not know how to make it right. Zainab started feeling overwhelmed by her business and was struggling to keep up with the growing demand for her services. She was also facing stiff competition from other childcare providers in the area. However, she refused to give up and continued to work hard to maintain her reputation as the best childcare provider in town. One day, a mother came to her in tears, thanking her for the impact she had made in her child's life. This made Zainab realize the true impact of her work and reignited her passion for what she did. She vowed to keep making a difference in the lives of families in her community. Zainab had finally accomplished her goal. She had become the owner of the very same company where she was once fired for being a mother. She felt proud of herself and her achievements. But as she sat in her office, looking out the window, she couldn't help but remember the struggles and hardships that had led her to where she was now. Zainab realized that the most important thing she had gained from her journey was the strength to never give up, even when the odds were against her. Thank you for watching this inspiring story of Zainab's journey. We hope this story motivates you to keep pushing forward and never give up on your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories like this. And if you have your own inspiring story, please share it with us in the comments below. See you in the next video.